Welcome back, students. In today's class of control system, we will talk about the time domain analysis. In time domain analysis, we will talk about the time response first. What is a time response? A time response is a output of a closed loop system as a function of time t. Now, if the time response is to be calculated, first we have to know the differential equations of the systems. If you are solving the differential equations of the system, then we can easily find out the time response. Okay. Now, let us say what is this time response. Time response is output of the closed loop system, output of the closed loop system as a function of time t, as a function of time t. So, let us talk about how it is denoted. So, it is denoted by C of t, denoted by C of t. And how it can be obtained? The time response can be obtained by solving the governing equations, by solving the differential equations of the governing system, So, how to get this time response? The time response can be obtained by the differential equations of the governing system, by solving the differential equations of the governing system. Now, one more point here, total response. What is total response? Total response is equals to C of t. We denote it by letter C of t. C of t is equals to C of t transient plus C of t steady state. C of t steady state. So, we have here into two parts. C of t is equal to C of t transient plus C of t steady state. After this one, total response. Now, transient response, how it is obtained, and how is the steady state response, how it is obtained. Transient response, it is obtained by whenever there is a change in the state of the system. Whenever there is a change in the state of system, it is called a transient response. Like you are having mass and moment of inertia in the mechanical systems, then this mass and moment of inertia are giving the transient response, and these are called as energy storage elements. So, those who are storing the energy storage elements are giving the transient response. Okay. So, in who are storing the energy are called as energy storage elements, and this will give the transient response. So, as I told you, mass and moment of inertia are the energy storage elements in the mechanical systems, and we can observe the transient response in those. And we are talking about the steady state. What is a steady state? The transient response, suppose it is C of t is the C of t transient is the transient response, and C of t steady state. C of t steady state is nothing but whenever the system is changing from 0 to its time from 0 to infinity, then it is called as a steady state. So, we will be discussing about the steady state now, and also about the transient state, and about the standard signals also. So, we will see here how this one will be having different unit time, unit response, as well as ramp signals and step signals are there. We will deal all of those signals now. Okay. As we said already, that steady state response shows the response as a time t approaches infinity. Now, we will be talking about the standard signals. So, what are the standard signals? You can also call them standard test signals. These are also called as standard test signals. So what are they? The standard test signals are first category A, step signal, and we will deal about the each and everything detailedly. And B is unit step signal, step signal and unit step signal. Okay, next is ramp signal, and unit ramp signal. This is A and this is B. Unit ramp signal. And third one, parabolic signal, and unit parabolic signal. It is unit parabolic signal. And fourth one is impulse signal, and fifth one is sinusoidal signal. Fifth one is the sinusoidal signal. These are the standard test signals. Okay. Step signal, unit step signal, ramp signal and unit ramp signal, parabolic signal and unit parabolic signal, impulse signal as well as sinusoidal signal. So we will talk in detail about each and everything. Step signal and unit step signal, what is that? We will have a diagram and explain about it. We will talk about the step signal. So what is step signal here? Step signal. Step signal, it is nothing but it is a signal whose value changes from 0 to A, means from 0 position to some another position A called A in 0 time, and if t is greater than or equal to 0. So we will write that figure here, step signal, how it is defined. Suppose you are having this graph, the x and y axis, and you are having a signal like this placed at A, and it is O, this time t, and this is called as R of t. R of t. So step signal is denoted by R of t. This is R of t. So from origin, the signal has been gone from 0 to this A, this position. So at t greater than or equal to 0. So what we say here is the signal is step signal is a signal whose value raises from 0 to a certain level A in 0 time and remains constant for t greater than or equal to 0. So it is remaining constant here, and therefore it is resembling a steady state input. It is resembling a steady state input to the system. So we will call as a step signal. So we will now write about the step signal here. The step signal is a signal whose value is changes from 0 to A constant position. Brackets you can write constant position. So therefore it changes from 0 to A, that is constant position, and remains constant over here for t greater than or equal to 0, So it is the time here, time t, and here origin. The step signal resembles actual steady state of the system. Steady state of the system. So at this particular step signal, we can observe that it is resembling one actual steady state of the system, like it is a steady position or a steady signal. Here it is there. It is been observed like that. So we can say that the step signal resembles actual steady state of the system. The mathematical representation also we have to talk now. The mathematical representation of the step signal also given. How it is represented? So it is represented by one function, that is r of t is equals to 1 for t greater than or equal to 0, and r of t is equals to 0 for t less than 0. So this is the mathematical representation of the step signal. Okay. So here the ramp signal is the signal which is having slowly raising from 0 to t linearly, 0 to some value linearly, and it is also called as the velocity input, also we can call it as. So it is resembling as a velocity input, so we can call it as a velocity input also. So ramp input is also called as velocity input, and we will write about the ramp signal. What is the ramp signal? It is a signal whose value increases. It is a signal whose value increases with time t linearly starting from initial value of 0, t is equal to 0. We can call it as at t is equal to 0. So I told one more point that it resembles constant velocity, resembles the constant velocity system. So we can write about this constant velocity system, how the graph will be there, as we will be writing this one as seen here. It is from 0, it is starting and increasing linearly like this. So linearly, if it is increasing, suppose it was a here at some point, again it has increased to 2a at some other point. This is called as a ramp signal or velocity input. We can call it as a velocity input also. It resembles a velocity input of the system. So now we can write here r of t is equals to a t at t greater than or equal to 0 and is equal to 0 at t less than 0. So r of t is equals to, mathematical representation, r of t is equal to a t at t greater than or equal to 0 and r of t is equal to 0 at t less than 0. Okay. So this ramp signal, it is also called as a velocity input. It is also called as a velocity input. It resembles the velocity input. So ramp input or velocity input, they look similar. Okay. This is about the ramp signal and its mathematical expression. So this is how the ramp signal looks. Okay. It changes from 0 time to, when as the time progress, it will be increasing its value. So next signal is the parabolic signal. What is a parabolic signal? A parabolic signal is nothing but it is a signal that is varying from 0 time to a square of the value. So, suppose if it is starting from 0, then it is having the square. Instead, the instantaneous values of the parabolic system are nothing but the square of the time. So, we will see here how these parabolic signals are written and how they are drawn actually. So, if it is a parabolic signal, now you will be having this parabolic signal drawn. It is starting from 0 and you will be having, according to the function of the parabolic signal, you will be having the, as you know, the parabolic equation. So, it is a square equation, v is equal to 4a square or x square is equal to 4ay. Like that, in the parabolic form, you are drawing a parabola here, that is x and y axis here, and instead of x and y axis, we will write here t and r of t, because t is it is a function, r of t is the function and t is the time. So, this is a parabolic signal drawn. Suppose you are having some 2.5a, or you can say 5a here, some point 5a, or you can write some 3 or 3.54a, like that. Depend upon the value, it will be, the curve will be like this. So, upon the time also should write here for 1 second or 2 second or 3 second. So, it is varying in this fashion. So, it is also called as the acceleration input of the system. So, it is resembling the acceleration input, as the previous one was resembling the velocity input of the system. Now, the parabolic signal is representing the acceleration input of the system. Okay. So, in the parabolic signal, the instantaneous values varies as square of the time, starting from 0, at t is equal to 0, and it represents an acceleration input of the system, So, also we can write the function for it like r of t is equals to a into t square by 2 at t greater than or equal to 0, and r of t is equals to, what is r of t is equal to 0 at t less than 0. Whenever there is a time increase in time, accordingly the function also varies, a t square by 2. If time is 0, then the signal will be here only. If the time increases, then only the signal also varies. So, this is the mathematical representation of this particular signal. So, we should remember all these signals representations, as these are the standard signals and they are used in the control systems where there are step signal, and as well as you are having ramp signal, as well as parabolic signal, impulse signal and sinusoidal signal. Okay. Now, we are going to talk about the impulse signal. What is an impulse signal? As the name is there, impulse signal, which is available for very short duration. Impulse signal is a signal which is available for very short duration, is a very short duration signal, and here one more thing what we have discussed here is we are having ideal impulse signal. What is ideal impulse signal? Ideal impulse signal is nothing but it is a unit signal. It is a unit impulse signal. It is a unit impulse signal which is having the value 0 at all the times except at t is equal to 0. Impulse signal having zero values, which is having zero values at all times except at t is equal to 0, except at t is equals to 0. So, we will write the expression now mathematically. It is unit impulse signal having the 0 values at all times except at t is equals to 0. Now, we will write the mathematical form delta t is equals to 0 for t not equal to 0. Mathematically it can be represented like that, and limit t1 tends to 0 integral of minus t1 to t delta t, limit t1 tends to 0 integral of minus t1 to t delta t is equals to 1 can be represented for this impulse function as limit t1 tends to 0. This delta t is equals to 1 when it is varying from minus t1 to t. So, we are representing this one in the mathematical form, and now in the graphical form also the impulse signal can be represented. Okay. So, drawing this one is like impulse signal A here, and here it is 1 by A, and you can write here delta of t, and here you can write here time t. So, this is the impulse signal here representing this values. Okay. So, you understand that impulse is a very short duration signal. This is the mathematical expression, and this one is the graphical representation of the impulse signal. And one more thing we have to remember here is the integration of the step signal is a ramp signal. When you integrate a step signal, it becomes a ramp signal, and if you do an integration of a ramp signal, it becomes a parabolic signal. So, we have to note one point here, that integration of step signal is ramp signal, and ramp signal integration is parabolic signal, is a parabolic signal. So, this is a note point, and now after we will be concluding this class here, and the next class we will be studying about the integration of the signals and how the ramp signal is becoming parabolic, or whatever signal is integrated, what does it become. We will be discussing in the next class. So, I will conclude my class here. Thank you.